Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Glmr. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, you can see that we do have a Fibonacci retracement. We've had this for a while on the charts, and if you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracements, make sure to check out the description. There's going to be a video linked where I explain how to use the Fib retracements. So the swing high was printed back in April of 2022, and the swing low was printed in February of 2022, and we've come all the way down to the 2.414, which is way below our technical target at the 1.618. So we've seen quite the capitulation here for Glmr, and since November, we've really been in the sideways channel, and right now we're starting to break out, as you can see. And we do have multiple resistance block above us, so let's take a look at those and see where the nearest resistance levels lie. So as you can see, we have 3 yellow resistance trend lines, and we just got rejected from the upper one at 0.4713. And really, these are very close to each other, but you can target either one of those if you were looking for an exit after you entered here, for example, at the start of January. So what you could also be targeting is the upper blue resistance block here. As you can see, this is the resistance block that we're targeting. We also have a support block below us, the purple support block. That would be anywhere between 36 cents and, if I bring that back there, and 33 or 34 cents roughly. And we just got a bounce way below the 55 EMA on the daily. Then we had a move to the upside, and now we're breaking below the 20 once again, coming back down to the 55 to hold us as support. As you can see, this is a major resistance level for us, or rather, it was a support level, then flipped to resistance, and then we broke above it, and now hopefully 42.5 cents is going to be our major support level. But if Bitcoin sees any strong moves to the downside, I'm fairly certain that we're going to see Glmr pull back down towards the 40 to 35 cents. So if you want to set up some buy limit orders anywhere below 40 cents, no one's going to stop you. That's going to be pretty smart, in my opinion. You can target 38 cents here, as that's the swing low that we printed on January 19th and 18th. So you could be targeting all of these prices here, but Glmr hasn't seen a very strong move to the upside compared to some of the altcoins. 64% in a month is still a lot, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that some altcoins have done a lot more, and not everyone's going to be doing that, obviously, so don't get discouraged. I think Glmr and Moonriver are going to be doing great the next bull market, so you just have to be patient, and you have to be accumulating a good position, and you have to be staking. You can stake Glmr on the Nova wallet, for those of you who don't know. Now, long term, what we're targeting is 85 or 86 cents here as the 1.618 resistance level on the Fib retracement. We've bounced off of that in August, at the start of August, and then we had that move to the downside into this bottom in November. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty strong resistance level to get through. And potentially, if we have set the bear market low here in January, what we can do is we can take the Fib retracement, presuming that this low that we printed right now is going to be our bottom. And let's remove the blue Fib from the chart for now. And we take the swing high back in April, and we see our 1.618 target at $37. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to take that target out the next bull market. I would be more conservative, and I'd be looking at $13 to $20 here, which are going to be the 1.382 and the 1.272 Fib levels. So the 1.272 is going to be your minimal target at $13.36.5, and the 1.414 is at $20.34. So that's what we could be targeting here. But like I said, we need to have Bitcoin, cross the August high, because right now what we're doing is we're simply running into the same resistance and we're getting sent back down. So if we see a major pullback, just dollar cost average and stay patient. That's really all I can say here. And taking a look at the daily RSI, we're breaking down. I would be looking at the yellow support trend line here for entries. As you can see, every time we saw a bounce off of that, we had a move to the upside, a pretty strong move at that. And maybe we're going to be seeing another move to the upside here. So I would be targeting this yellow support trend line here. If we go lower, you have the purple support block from 31.3 to 23.4. That's going to be a very strong support block that we have held since May of 2022. Every time we came back down into that block, we saw a bounce to the upside. So this is the setup that I have on the RSI. So once you're down here, that's where you want to be dollar cost averaging. Now let's switch over to the Binance website. And before we continue, guys, I quickly want to talk about my Patreon. Now, if you want to get involved, there's going to be a 7-day free trial. So you can go ahead and join, and you're going to get access to all of my content since I started posting on Patreon, which was all the way back in October of 2021. So there are hundreds and hundreds of posts with low cap gems, my exclusive podcasts that I do for patrons only, my low cap gem reviews, project highlights, your technical analysis requests, exclusive videos for patrons. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there that I don't share on YouTube or Twitter as to add more value to it. And I also share all of my buys, all of my sells. I share my portfolio in there. So if that's something that you're interested in and you really want to support the channel, then feel free to check it out. Thank you. All right, taking a look at the weekly chart on Binance, there's not much to cover on the weekly per se because there's not much data here on Binance, but we're running into the 20 EMA on the weekly as a lot of altcoins are doing right now. The exact same thing. The 20 EMA is acting as a very strong level of resistance. So we're getting sent back down right now. Hopefully we can hold this low that we printed very recently in January, and hopefully that is going to be our bear market low. Switching over to the daily chart here, let's take a look at this channel down pattern that we have been in, and we broke out of it here in January, and we were in it since August. And as you can see, we're moving up and down, up and down. Finally, we broke above, and still, you're kind of in this sideways movement since November, as you can see. So GLMR isn't really doing anything right now, and I think that's good because you can still dollar cost average in. It still hasn't shot up because, for example, if you want to be buying into something like Cosmos Atom or Polygon Matic, those coins are so up, way above their June lows that it's fairly, this is the June low that we have for GLMR, and this is where we're at right now. And for Cosmos and Polygon, it's the opposite. We had the low here, and right now they're all the way up there. So it's a good and a bad thing at the same time, but I understand why people could be upset with this token. However, right now I think you need to be focusing in on creating a strong portfolio. So if you're having doubts about the project, don't be investing in it, right? You don't have to have any money in GLMR if you don't believe in the success of this project. We just got the bearish cross here January 31st, and we're moving down from there. And we'll see. Bitcoin starting to pull back now just a little bit. We broke $25,000 today. I'm not sure what's going to be happening later. I do think we're going to have a pretty bearish FOMC meeting starting, when it's going to be in March, early March, right? And I do think Jerome Powell is going to be dropping some bearish bombs there, and we might come back down pretty significantly across all markets, and the stock market needs a pullback as well. So the daily stochastic has moved up so much here since January for GLMR, and I'm expecting a move back down into the oversold here. So that's where I'm going to be, that's where I would be buying into GLMR. So that's pretty much everything I have for this project here. Like I said, not a lot has been happening with it, but this is still a good area to dollar cost average. And I would still wait just a little bit below, below 40 cents. That would be a great entry. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to check out my Patreon. All the links are down below in the description. Thank you and goodbye.